Today on What She's Having, we're spilling the truth. Yes, we hit pause, but we're back, refreshed, recharged, and more excited than ever.
From summer stories to fresh starts, we're diving into why the break was worth it and why the newness is real. So take a seat, welcome back, because
Today, we're having what we've been missing. Welcome back. Welcome back. Do you remember that?
Welcome back. Welcome back, Carter.
Yes, that's it.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, that's a good one. Welcome back to the first episode of season 2 of What She's Having.
This is exciting.
This is amazing.
I'm blown away. I'm going to pat myself, and I'm patting you.
Thank you.
You did a great job.
High five.
High five.
We're in a new studio, our studio, which is so important because we took a break.
A well needed, well deserved, and very well planned break.
Yeah. So let's talk about why we took this break.
Well, there's many reasons.
Yeah, there are.
We had some business reasons for why we took this break, a little bit of financial reasons, and more importantly, a break to really perfect and figure out our mission and what we wanted from What She's Having and what we wanted to give our audience.
I think it's so important to know that we started this. We're like, yeah, we'll just do a podcast. And then somehow we were just in the middle of doing our podcast, which I think is super cool about us. We just sort of don't think about it. We just jump and then we're like, oh, how do we get in this water? And we learned a lot of things. I know
Yeah.
I felt like I did that about business. Like there was a lot of things we just sort of let other people take control over.
Guide for us, yeah.
And so this was a really good experience for us to grow as businesswomen and owners and understand like what we need to be invested in. And like we actually have to control everything.
And even though I think that when we did start, we're like, oh, this can be so fun. Let's do it. And it's us two friends sitting on the couch having conversation, which we still are. But there had to be like a purpose behind it. And, you know, what does the audience want? What do we financially want to commit to? And I think we're here. I think we're ready. I think we know what we want. And I mean, look around.
I know, I'm proud of us.
This is brave.
Yeah.
This is bold.
Yeah.
And this is just the beginning.
And we're lucky we have a big support system around us. And we have the most amazing people helping us make this happen because we couldn't do this on our own. I think another important thing to talk about is that when you do a podcast and you're on camera, like it's very vulnerable, right? You put yourself up for like a lot of criticism. Everybody has an opinion. And
I think I went through that more. Like you definitely had to talk me off the ledge a lot because I have incredible friends that really gave me a lot of devil's advocate advice and were great, which constructive criticism is very difficult to take sometimes, but very needed. And I think that we, especially me, had to really give myself grace and realize like, this is new. And every time we do this, every episode, we're a little more polished, a little more open, a little more fun. So I'm happy we took a little time off and, you know, and even taking that time off allowed me personally to sort of pull the Band-Aid off with even like social media, with things that I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I don't love that. And now I'm like all in, having fun, enjoying the journey.
I definitely have seen a growth in you and a confidence in you, which is so nice to see. You know, if somebody gives me their constructive criticism, I'm like, okay, but we're just going to suck until we don't suck anymore. So that's really just the thing. It's like, I don't expect us to be perfect. I don't expect us to know everything that we're doing because we're just kind of winging it. And I feel like for us winging it, we're really doing a good job. And I'm super proud of us in that way.
I don't think it was caring. I think that we weren't coming across in the first few episodes as us. And that's what I wanted for us was you and I really do have such a unique friendship. We talked about that a lot. And people who know us love that about us. And we talk all the time on the phone, and the laughter and the jokes and the seriousness, like we really
Yeah.
do. And when we get to the bottom of a lot of stuff, we solve
We've
world
solved, yeah,
peace.
peace in the Middle East. We got it.
We solve life for people. They don't even know what's happening.
If they would just listen to us, their lives would be so much
Oh my
better.
God, so good. So much more fulfilled. But I wanted that for us. And I think that all the advice and constructive criticism that, especially on my end, that I did receive, and thank you, friends, for it, I think that helped me grow a lot. And going into this and not really being more genuine of who
Mhm.
we are.
Mhm.
We're silly. I mean, we're funny, and we're not these stiff, we're
Yeah.
not Barbara
But
Walters up
it's like,
here.
no, we're not, we're not winning any, awards for this, but we're just having a great time.
Maybe one day.
That's all that
One
matters.
day.
But the first few episodes, we didn't know. We just literally were like, okay, yeah, we're doing a podcast. We have our makeup, we have cute outfits. And then we're just shooting. We're like, is this right? We have no idea. So we just kind of like did what we needed to do, but it's fine. It's all part of the process. And I think that it'll be fun, in a few years to look back and just laugh at those first few episodes. I'm fine with that.
I agree. I agree. I am too. I am too. Let's talk about how another reason we couldn't do this was we literally were not on sometimes the same continent. We live in the same neighborhood, but we really don't see each other a whole lot because we're not home at the same time, and we live very different lives.
Yeah.
You have grown kids. I have very little ones. So I'm in school and busy with baseball and soccer and horseback riding and all of that. But we, during the summer, were gone. I
Yeah.
think for both of us, this was an overwhelming summer, something I'm never doing again. I'm never going to travel like this again.
Yeah. You
And
had a crazy
you did
summer.
too. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yes.
I really never unpacked.
Tell me about your summer. I want to know. Where have you been?
Where haven't I been? Yeah, I mean, we did a lot of trips together.
Right. We did San Tropez. We did
Saint Tropez,
Capri.
we went back to Nashville to do 4th of July, which was so fun together. We got married.
Oh my God, we got married.
We had a best friendship marriage.
That was so fun.
That was fun. That was the best.
Like, we'll do anything. What else? I mean, like, what's our next adventure? We'll do anything. Get married, not matching tattoos, but like, what else? Like,
I'm
we're
not
down for
doing a tattoo.
anything.
I mean, we've done it all. Shit, girl, we've done like the deepest of deep with each other.
I know.
We will have an episode on that too.
We'll find more. We'll find more fun stuff. Yeah, we got married. 4th of July was amazing. And
Yeah.
then you came back. I went to New York and I went to the Hamptons.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'd like to share a story about what happened to me in the Hamptons.
I would like for you to share that story too.
Yeah.
We could have had Jen missing for a while in jail in the Hamptons, which in my world, that would have been the best to watch. I would love to see you last 1 hour in jail.
I know. I feel like the Hamptons jail would be fine. I'd be like,
I don't.
You don't think so?
No.
I feel like
Jail is jail, girl.
Okay.
There's
if
no
I was
such
gonna be
thing as
anywhere
fun.
in jail, like Hamptons jail seems kind of cool.
You share a toilet. I've never been to jail, but so I've heard.
I've been arrested, but I've never been to jail.
But Hamptons jail may have been a little bougie, but I don't even think you're doing that. But tell the story. Tell the story.
So we went to the Hamptons. It was our first time, which I loved. I was like, hello, people, I belong here. It was amazing. And when you first get there, I just was like a little bamboozled because we had traveled. We were in New York City, and then we got there, and then we checked into our hotel, and they don't really have like big hotels there. They're kind of more like bed and breakfast. So we took our rental car. John was, at the hotel. I took the rental car. It was a Range Rover Sport, a black one.
Which is probably every other car in the
rental car,
Hamptons.
yeah. So I drove it to the grocery store, and I was being a great wife, and I got him his protein, his yogurt, his chia seeds, and then I put the yogurt in the car, and I walked the shopping cart over to the side to be a good citizen. I didn't want to leave my shopping cart, in the Hamptons in the parking lot, and I met John at Starbucks. So I left, I drove, and we sat at Starbucks. We sat for like 45 minutes, walked around the cars, walked around the stores, and then we walked back to the car, and I'm like, here, you can drive. I gave him the keys, and he goes, that's not our car. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's not our car, Jen. I'm like, yes, it is. I drove it here, babe. Look, the yogurt's in the back. And I'm like, wait, shit, there's no yogurt? And I'm like, what
Okay,
is,
but hang on. The best part is the one thing that you don't realize about yourself, and I don't think I always tell you that you walk too slow, like I want to walk behind you and kick your feet so you
yeah,
walk faster.
yeah,
But when you're walking out sometimes, you are sometimes a little out to lunch. Like you're
really?
like walking out or you're like checking something on your
Yeah,
phone.
it's
And I
true.
can see you just getting in any car that's black in the parking lot that you think is yours. So the vision of you doing it for me is so good. And like, it's not that it happened, it's that it didn't happen before, that you seriously are that girl that this.
But by the way, it's happened before. I've been in other people's cars. Just so we know, I've
See?
gotten in a car
See?
and I'm like, I didn't eat M&Ms. I who ate M&Ms today? And then I'm like, holy shit, this
You're
is
like,
not my
"That's
car.
not my
And I like
dog."
run out to a different car. Okay, but listen, I get in a car, but you have to understand that I go, this is not our car. And I'm looking around. I'm like, first of all, there was a squish plastic bottle of water. So that's, we know, was not my car because I don't drink plastic,
Yeah,
anything in plastic. And then I see that there's a set of keys in the cup holder. So I'm like, holy shit, this person left his keys in the car. I
that's what I
got in
do.
his car and I drove it away. So here's how the story goes. I'm like, I don't know whose car this is. John's like, I'm calling the police. So he called the police and he's like, hi, Officer Hamptons. I don't know, I just want to know, has anyone reported a stolen car? He's like, yes, they have. And John goes, well, funny story. My wife stole it. And I'm like, and they go, well, where are you? We have units looking for that car right now. You need to go back to the grocery store where it was stolen from. So John goes, you need to drive. I'm like, me? He goes, yep, you need to drive. You did this. They're going to be so mad. They're New Yorkers. They're going to. So at
You're like
first I
the
thought,
John's like the parent trying to teach you a lesson.
yeah,
Like when you steal from the bins at the grocery store and they're like, you go talk to the manager and
and apologize.
apologize.
Yeah, by the way, I did that. I stole my mom, made me go back. Same story. Yes, you're right. It feels very similar to me. So at first I'm like, this is, and I wanted to start filming, but I'm like, wait, am I going to really be in trouble? And then they're not going to be happy there's a camera. So I'm like, I'm not going to
Just so
film.
you
Like,
know, if I was there, I would have called the police department behind your back and I would have told them, please, please arrest her just as a joke. Please do this.
that is
She needs to learn
mean.
a lesson.
I would never do that to you,
Oh,
but it
I
would
would
make for
love it.
good TV.
I
I
would
can
love
tell
it.
you. So John's telling me as we're driving, and he's like, they're going to be so mad. They're New Yorkers, and my back starts to sweat. I'm like thinking about all the bad things that's going to happen to me. So we pull in, and we see the husband and wife, and a hot police officer, by the way, and they're like pointing at us as soon as we pull in. I'm like, oh my god. So I pull in, I pull right next to my black rental, the exact same car. And the wife walks up to me.
Was theirs a rental too?
No,
Yeah.
theirs was their car. So my husband walks out. The wife walks up to me. I go, I'm so sorry I stole your car, but your husband left his keys in it. And she said to me, he's an idiot. And that was like how it started. And they were so gracious and they were so grateful that we brought the car back. But it was a very, very funny way to start our Hamptons vacation. So if anybody leaves their keys in the car, I'm stealing it. So
I
just be
leave. You could
careful
take my car and play a good trick on me
all day
anytime.
long. It's a great idea.
I don't ever take my keys out. Ever. Ever. My keys are in my car here today.
Right now?
Right now. You know how you could tell? My mirrors are never in. My mirrors are always out
Wow.
because I never lock my car.
That's
I'm like,
brave.
if they need it, they need it. But then I'm all mad because then they take what's inside.
That's the problem, is
I
what's inside.
know.
And the people
They're
who
going to get
I
like 8
stole,
pairs of reading glasses.
yeah, the people that and they're going to get a lot of chocolate. That's in your car too.
No, that's my husband.
Oh.
He took that in his car.
Okay. The person that I stole the car from, they were like, we're so grateful we had our parking pass on the car. And that's what we were most upset about. It wasn't the car, because I guess in the Hamptons,
Oh,
you
that's
have to have a parking
funny.
pass to be able to,
And what a pain in the ass to
and that's
get
a
it
big
back.
deal.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
big
I
deal.
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it was a
I
fun.
would be annoyed with my cut the line pass for my kids' school.
Oh, right.
That's what I would be annoyed with. I'd be like,
Yeah, yeah.
now I have to figure this out.
Well, I didn't get arrested. It was fine. They looked at my license, they let me go, and like nobody was no
The
harm,
best
no
would have been
foul.
this. Yes, officer, I took the car. So
John would
good.
have let me go to jail.
I would have too. It would have been a good lesson. It would
What
have taken, because it would have
what?
taught you to pay attention
Who do
walking
I have in
from.
my life? Yeah, I would have let you. Yeah, me too. A
But
good lesson.
mine would have been all in the name of comedy.
Yeah, I know.
It would have been in the name of comedy.
Thanks, friend.
I loved it. Well, I love that story, and I love that you love the Hamptons.
I did.
I think that that's it's you're lucky. I don't think I'll be able to do the Hamptons until I have grown kids.
It was super fun because we have great friends that have a home there and also live in Miami, and they really showed us, all the fun things, the shopping, the workouts, the eating, the restaurants, like the whole life there. So they're beautiful homes. So I felt really happy to be there. And my son had said, don't go there unless you have friends that live there. So you really know where to go. I think just coming as a tourist, it wouldn't feel
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
special.
because they do this all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is funny. I think all of us in the US, we're constantly leaving the US to go find these great adventures and great places. And it's like, I think we always forget, like in our backyard, we have so many magical places that, for summer, it's that we haven't explored yet. That whole East Coast is so cool. And it feels very different than
Yeah,
here on the
and
West
the
Coast.
food's so good. Another place that we went together for the first time was Miami. I'd never been in Miami when we went for your birthday,
Yeah,
and I touched the water. I was like, "Why am I going to the Caribbean when you
I
could just
know.
be in Miami?"
Well, Miami is just magic
I know, it's so
anytime.
good.
But it's better to go with each other. I loved going with Devin. I love being there with him, but it's fun to be with a friend.
Yeah.
It's fun to be
Well,
with a
this
friend.
friend.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about my favorite trip this summer.
Yeah,
And mine was probably um, the one that I didn't want to do, which was at the end of my summer. And I was so annoyed, with Devin that I was doing this trip and I begged him to change it. And he's like, I already planned it. I've been trying, this has been on my bucket year for 20 years. I don't believe that. But, anyways, forced to go. And it ended up being for me the ultimate trip.
I
And
love
I'm
that.
not adventurous, adventurous, yes, but not, I'm not like a hiker, you know that. I don't want to put on hiking boots and rain gear and lots of layers. And
Yeah.
I want like a fun trip and I want to dress and I want to,
Shop.
shop.
Uh-huh.
And we went to Iceland and that for me was mind blowing. I've never seen such picturesque scenery and I've never done so many things that I've never done before with
Mhm.
my kids, which made it so
They
magical.
must have loved it.
They loved it. You knew that. They loved it. They absolutely loved it. And it was so neat to see, to learn just about Iceland. And it's such a small population. So they're really deep in tradition, which I love. And we had the greatest guide with us the whole time. He made it so much fun. And it was just fun to be with my kids every minute doing things that they enjoyed. Not, when you go to Miami or you go to New York or, Europe, you're still finding the shopping or the restaurants they don't want to sit through. And it really was all about them. But I wasn't at a museum or a child, what is it, slime center. I was doing things that were fun for me as well, which I think the memory of that for my family was so special. So I think that was probably of all the places.
Was that your most adventurous trip that you've been on with your kids?
Mm, I don't know if it adventurous. Probably, yes.
Because you did
Because
some
they're older now,
Yeah,
so I think they're able to do more. Like the
and you
twins are now able to really experience things and go. Like before, I think we'd take Maverick and the twins would stay behind with my mom or someone.
what are things that you did there that you've never done before? Because Iceland is super cool. I mean, I've
Oh,
never been, but
so
it just seems
cool.
like there's a lot of adventure there.
Like the things that even sounded touristy and terrible, like whale watching. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing whale watching. It was like the greatest experience I've ever had. It was magical. And there was so many whales and every moment was like, oh my gosh. But the neat thing is the weather changes so quickly. So you could be at a geyser and it's like you see this crazy and then it starts raining sideways and you're running and then you're at a waterfall, you're underneath it, you're at a volcano. We were in all these hot springs, like
Oh,
sulfur
I like
hot
that.
springs that were incredible. God, we did this buggy ride that was so magical and so, first of all, I was sick, really sick on this trip. And it was cold and I didn't want to do this buggy ride. We
Mhm.
were in five different buggies. What are they, Polarises? And they give you this weatherproof gear. And I remember my guide saying there's no bad weather. there's just poor planning, poor clothing.
That's
So
so
he
true.
like
I
gave me
like
this
that.
outfit I put on and I was so warm.
I like that. It's like there's no bad dinner parties, there's just bad outfits. That
Bad,
can
yeah,
yeah, that just relates.
or bad, or bad food or bad company.
Yeah, as long
That's
as you look
true.
good, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's true. It does. You could use that for everything.
Yeah.
That it is true though. But anyways, we did this and I was so cold, like not cold, but it started raining and he's like, I want to go eat in this cave that we prepared for you. And I'm like, oh my God, this sounds terrible. Devin's like, you want to skip this? I'm like, yes. He's like, you don't want to. And we went into this old Viking cave
Oh,
and he prepared this meal like with a fire he created. And it was,
like a caveman meal. Like,
yeah,
that's so cool.
yeah. It was
What do you
crazy.
eat in Iceland? What's the food?
Lamb, which
Oh,
I had no expectation of the food, and the food was mind-blowing to me.
really?
Mind-blowing. We did like a food tour, which was great because we went to like all these great restaurants. Like the traditional, what people know it for, like fermented shark and stuff. That's
Oh, fermented shark. Yeah,
disgusting.
okay,
Hero
no.
did it. He tried it. I was so proud of him. I wouldn't go near when they opened it. I wouldn't even go near it. It was so Devin's so funny because he became good friends with our guide, Sindri. He was great. And Devin's like, yeah, yeah, of course. He's like the hero. I'm going to try this. And he turns around pretending he wasn't going to, he was fine. And he like throws it up. And
That
Hero
sounds
goes, Dad threw it up. And Devin's like, stop it. Anyways, I didn't try that, but the traditional food, interesting. But
I do love that about your husband because we'll go to Europe and I'm like, I'll give you $10 if you eat this, and he'll eat it, and he's like, no,
he's like,
no.
you guys couldn't get through
But
this.
he'll do anything for $10. To
But
me, that's like
he would do it for
he
$1.
would. So like, what's
Uh-huh.
the price that you would do something for? I don't know if I could.
I don't even think that fermented shark, if you gave me $10,000, I'm not kidding. The smell when you open the
My
Tupperware,
stomach's
it's
constricting right now just thinking about
when
that.
Hero put it in his mouth, I was so grossed out, but he didn't chew. He's smart. Swallowed immediately,
Oh,
but he had the
okay.
worst breath.
Because it was fermenting from the inside
It
out.
was, I've never smelled
Kids are
anything like
brave.
it.
When I went to Japan with my family, we went to sushi, and at the actual fish market where they bring in all the
Yeah.
fish and they do, and the little like things that they were giving my kids to eat, they gave it to me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm
No,
not eating it. My kids, they
I
ate it,
know.
and I love that about them. I
My
wish I
kids
could do
don't have
that.
that. Only Hero. Bullet and Maverick were like, they want to know. Maverick was running, like
Yeah,
screaming, running like a little girl.
I love that. I wish I could eat
I
stuff
do
like
too.
that because
When
it's
we
kind of
were in
chic.
Japan, they gave us tuna popsicles.
Oh, raw tuna.
Yes, and I remember Maverick and Devin eating it, and I was like, this is disgusting.
I just get too much in my head. If I know too much about what I'm about to eat, I can't get past it.
Well, you're in your head about most things about eating,
Yeah.
most things in general.
Yes.
But what is the new one that we're not doing?
Oysters.
Salads.
I know, but
We
I'm
just
still doing.
learned
I
about
know. We just
salads.
learned that salads, you get a lot of parasites from raw vegetables.
Uh-huh.
So salads, because they don't clean. A lot of the restaurants aren't cleaning
But
these
what was
things
he saying
properly.
we needed to be cleaning them with? What was
Oh no.
the water, a
So I had talked to
pH?
him. Yeah. So I had talked to. We went to this. So another thing that we'll get into this, but for our birthdays, you and I do really fun things for each other. Surprise, we always surprise each other. And this year you took me to like, what is it
It's
even?
called Sports IQ, but I don't know if that name really translates. I think it for when his name is Brian, from when he first started, I think that was it. But he really does like radio frequency. So like figuring out, a friend of mine, Leah, introduced me to him, and he figures out like through radio frequency, like your gut
Right, the
and
issues in your
your
body.
ailments in
Right.
your body because it attracts to, is it viruses? Like that they find what a virus is and most illnesses and
They look for the weaknesses in your body.
yeah.
So, but I had just seen a YouTube video about Kangen water. So Kangen water is
But is that a different, he's saying the pH is
so
different,
it's a high
correct?
pH. So you can adjust this machine, you can adjust the pH balance of it. So I had seen someone take a bowl of tomatoes and put it in the Kangen water and then just regular water. and then what comes off of these tomatoes sitting in this high pH and why it's so good for you, and like how it like takes out the
Mhm.
bugs, it takes out the pesticides, it takes out all the dirt just by the specific water. And so and he said that you and I, funny enough, our tests, because we both
Yeah.
tested together, we had the exact same issues. So
Yeah.
like we're so in
We're on the
tuned.
exact same vitamin to fix it
Yeah,
or
the exact same
supplement
supplement. And it was just something with like our liver, like little
and a thyroid,
and our thyroid. And he said that we don't really have a lot of parasites.
which is not shocking for you, but shocking for me because I eat so much sushi,
Yeah,
and he was shocked that with the amount of sushi that I do eat, that I didn't have any.
didn't have any parasites.
So
But
I'm
he
doing
said that the
something right.
most parasitic infested food is salads and
Yeah,
vegetables, like green salads, which is like, but I still eat them, but I'm like, is this a parasite? Is this a parasite? Yeah. I can't get off of the salads, but I do eat them with my digestive enzyme. So I'm hoping that if there's any
that
little
helps.
buggers that'll come in and it'll kill it with the
Well, pretty soon you'll be eating air.
I like to eat. The girl likes to eat, but when things happen in my mind, like I can't get over it. Like I have this new weird thing because I saw a test on Instagram that when you flush a toilet, like it just
And it no,
contaminates the room.
it
So I
sprays
literally
like
always put the lid down no matter what.
yeah,
Like the lid just has to be down. It's like a whole thing. I have like a
it
whole
sprays
system.
everywhere. So, like, if you're in a hotel and your toothbrush is next to the
Yeah,
toilet,
no,
yeah,
yeah, I can't get over that.
the amount of fears and I love to give you a new fear.
Yeah. Oh, you unlock all my yeah, every day there's a new fear unlocked.
I love to send you I don't know why you're doing that because this is even worse than the stuff that you're trying to avoid.
Mhm.
But it's only because when we're together or we're talking, my phone picks up, the algorithm picks up what we're talking about, and then it starts sending me
That's so
stuff.
scary. I wish that wouldn't happen.
It's happening in a big way. In our one of our next episodes, we're talking about our Instagram stuff, and it happens.
Yeah.
So we are being listened to every minute of every day.
Are you sure? Is it not just Siri listening to you because you've like have her on there? Because I don't have her set up on my phone.
No, that's why your Instagram pulls up all the shit that you buy and all the stuff that
Really?
your
Just because we're
algorithm.
talking dildos, sex toys, dildos.
I love doing that to my husband.
Suck me a long time. Let's see what happens.
Now you're gonna have like, yeah,
Okay, stepping back from this podcast was really good for us. I
yeah,
think we really understood what we didn't know about podcasting, about putting our
yeah.
stuff up on YouTube. We didn't realize that it wasn't as accessible as it was promised it would have been for us. So we let somebody else take over that part of it and like technically speaking, that's not my jam. Like I'm into the decor,
Yeah.
I'm into the look of everything. That's really what I'm good at. But anything technical is I sort of defer to other people.
But I think that's like that, like for us, kind of that mental reset for this whole thing.
Hmm.
But the biggest, I think, most valuable lesson is not when you are starting something, is to take ownership and be involved and learn everything so that you're not blindly handing stuff over and
Yeah.
saying to do this when you really should know.
How to do every
Uh-huh.
part of your business. It's
Hmm.
so true.
And
Like,
people kept coming to us saying
we
that they
can't
weren't.
find you.
Yeah. So I think this whole thing allowed us to set everything up properly. So moving forward, hopefully it's a
Yeah.
lot easier for, viewers to find where we are, watch us,
Yeah.
links, all of that.
And I think it'll be fun because I know this season we have, a bit of an evolution. I'm excited about a lot of the guests that are coming
Me
on our
too.
show, and I think that we have a lot to say.
I do too. It was like a mental declutter, right? We like did a little organization of our brand and I think that one of the things that I'm most proud of is sitting here and this is our own studio, our own space. And this is an evolution. Like this will change as it's set up now. I think that we have bigger, more exciting things planned for it. But this is a big deal for us.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
It
when
feels
we
so
first
real.
started the podcast, we were like, I mean, if we like it, we'll just do our own studio. And then now I'm like, wait, we're in our own studio. This is super good.
Super fun.
Yeah, I'm proud of us. It's a lot, when you're a mom and a wife and, you have a career, I have a career to start something else, but this has been such a pleasant surprise and such a fun um, project for us that I feel like it's exactly where it needs to be. And sometimes taking a step back means you take 2 or 3 steps forward. And it was so important for us to just figure out, is this something we wanted to do, who we are, what we are. And I think we're going to just keep on evolving and getting better. Every time we're in front of the mic and we're just
Yeah.
figuring it out.
Yeah. For me, this it was almost like for me this was bigger than I had imagined because I'd always worked my whole life, and then after having kids, I realized, I think I've talked about it before, that people who came into my company were obviously better at it than I was, and I really just became mom mode, which has been the biggest privilege of my life, don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
love that's if you ask me what I do, first and foremost, I'm a mom to my 3 children. And this having this has allowed me to have something of my own that's mine, like a company now that I'm growing and I'm vested in, which my mind needed this and my spirit needed it. So thank you for that. Like, this is something that my heart needed. My heart needed something for myself to grow and to be a part of. And it allows me to still be the day to day with my children, which I'm, grateful for. And what is funny is through this, my kids, I've shared this with you, is they're like not having it. They're like, this is ridiculous, mom. You're working? What do you mean you're going? What do you just like sit there and talk?
Are you making any money, Mom? Does it make any
Yes.
money?
Are you like, how long will it take to make money, mom? So it's like an adjustment for the whole family. But like I said, for me, for my heart, my mind, my spirit, this was something that I needed and I didn't know I needed so bad. So I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be back. I'm thrilled for what we have, in the future. I'm thrilled for our guests. And I see it in you too. I think that you were ready for something of your own. And um, I think that it's different than the design world. This is like, it's on our terms,
Yeah.
which is so cool.
And I know that we do things, we talk about all the things we're passionate about. And you and I are such a good team. Like we did this together, it's like you just fill in the blanks where I have blanks, and it's such a great compliment to who I am, and that's what like makes the two of us together. 2 + 2 = 10. It just we do so much more impactful things when we do it together,
I
and I'm
agree.
so grateful to have you as my partner, my business partner.
My heart,
That's right.
my heart.
Love. So I feel like we should do a cheers, a toast, right? You know how you love when I drink.
I do. I do. Jen does not.
I'm not.
She likes it a cocktail as an accessory, which
Yes.
it is a beautiful accessory to most everything. And I'm not a big drinker. Let's make that clear. But I do love myself a cocktail and I
Hmm.
do love myself a glass of wine. But I love more when you indulge in this with me.
There's a new drink, by the way, that we should make here on set because I'll just love it. It's you take Nutella and vodka
Oh, you sent that
and
to
you
me.
shake it
That
and then you put it over ice. That's my type of
that
drink.
sounds
But
disgusting.
I'll take this. This is what? Tequila?
This is tequila,
Okay.
just silver tequila.
Okay. Cheers to our second season, to this new podcast studio, and to success, and to making dreams come true,
And to us,
and to
to a
us.
beautiful friendship, a long friendship, to our future, to our families, and to our team.
To our amazing team. Cheers,
Cheers.
L'chaim.
I do love that about you. She goes for a shot. I like a sip.
It's got to be a real shot.
Oh
Take
my
it
God,
down.
that's so good.
Good is not the word.
Okay. Jen's going to be taking her clothes off in a minute. She
My
does
se-
not
my
drink. This will be like,
The truth is, my party trick
oh my God.
is when I drink, I'm a really good lap dancer.
Oof. Whoa.
Is it empty?
Yes.
Good job. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I
All
like our
right.
cups.
Cheers to the next one.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for coming back, and I'll have what you're having.
Cheers.
Cheers. Jen, party hat.
Thanks for tuning in. You can listen to What She's Having anywhere you get your podcasts. And don't forget to watch full episodes on YouTube. If you loved today's conversation, please like, subscribe, and drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And follow us on Instagram at official What She's Having.